All right, thank you for jumping on our first meeting for level 2. So this is basically, we're gonna do new coach stuff. So everything you need to know as a new coach. And it'll give you a chance to ask questions based on what we're learning in the group and content. And I also have just some planned content for these calls too. But I want to start off with celebrations. So I want everyone to go around and share something that's going really well, either in your health and fitness or your business, or something that you've learned, someone that you've helped, a fear that you've overcome. I know a lot of you guys went live for the first time, so that would totally count as a celebration. So who wants to start?
Hi, everybody. My name is Marcela, and I became a coach in November of last year. And I'm actually here with this training right now because I definitely have fallen off track. I feel like I haven't been consistent. I guess I don't know if it's because I'm afraid, or I honestly don't know what is it that's stopping me. I'm trying to work on my personal development, and I'm just trying to stay consistent. So I'm going back to the basics so I can learn more about the business and just really kick it off. I want to be financially free. I've had that financial freedom of being able to travel. Be able to travel and stay home with my kids, which I already do. But it's different when you have to work from home and take care of these two. Sorry, and I just be able to just, I guess, be able to work from home and have something that, get paid to work out. I mean, who doesn't want to get paid and work out? So that's why I'm here, just learn again about the business and go from there.
I am happy you're here. This business, it's the basics. That's all it is. And so anytime, especially newbies, you need a refresher, come back here. Because this business is built on a solid foundation of the basics. And I'm still doing this. It's almost been 6 years. Cool. All right. Celebrations. Who wants to go?
I'll go. So a celebration, like a personal celebration for me, is in just a little over 3 weeks, I lost a whole pant size. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then for my business, I still don't have a challenger yet, but I have invited 60 people to our free group, and I have added to the group, like, people that are like, yes, I want to do it, like, email me back their goals and stuff. I've added 16 to the group since yesterday.
Awesome.
So, yeah. Oh my God.
Who's next?
Okay, I just finished the Health Fit Challenge. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so I just finished the Health Fit Challenge, and I lost 4 inches throughout my body and 7 pounds.
Mary, can you tell everybody who does not know you how much weight you've lost so far?
I am at 80 pounds as of yesterday.
This lady, she posted a picture of her pants going from a size 20 to a size 10. I'm just like, say what? And Mary is our coach of the month in January. So if you want to follow someone on a fitness journey, follow Mary. She's awesome. And she's always on our calls, always. She's showing up. So I'm proud of you, girl.
Oh, thank you.
Who is Nick?
I'll go.
All right. Yes.
Personal would be that I've lost 7 pounds. I tried on a pair of shorts the other day. My favorite pair, and they're too big.
Quality problems. Quality
Exactly.
problems.
And business, obviously, you all, I signed up a coach, like a legit coach. She's going to work the business. And I have a challenger that is killing it.
Awesome.
She is killing it, and she's loving it. And she's just so thankful.
That's great. Okay, so where is your coach? Because you want to make sure that you're plugging her into everything that you're doing.
Yes, she works full time. So
Okay.
we talk a lot in the mornings and a lot at night.
Okay, sweet. So just get her the recordings for everything. Make sure she's in level 2. Make sure she knows about our team calls and the recordings and our team training site and everything. We're in a business of duplication. So everything that you're learning, pass it on to her.
Got it.
Awesome. Miss Karen, we're doing celebrations. So what's something that you can celebrate from this past week?
In this past week, I can celebrate becoming more disciplined with my time, because it's always been a weakness. I get so involved in what I'm doing that, like, honestly, like, I'll forget to eat lunch, like yesterday. So I really appreciated yesterday's live power hour, because it kind of, I do really well, like, under pressure, like, that helps me. So
You're
if
Ruby.
yesterday counts as this,
Yeah.
as yesterday counts as this past week, then I feel like just that, like, push to get your insights out in a short period of time really helps. I was able to, I think I added about 10 people to the sugar-free detox group, which is really great. And actually had somebody reach out to me while I was posting during, like, the lulls of the Super Bowl. I was like, this is me at this time, and then this is me at this other time after I'd been working out and doing all this stuff for 5 months. If you're interested in learning more, let me know. And I had a friend be like, me, text me. So she actually got together with me yesterday, and I was able just to really listen to her and, like, her fitness health story. And so I feel like I went into it knowing that, you know, I'm that emerald type, and she's a pearl type, like, really, really. So I was like, okay, girl, be strong. We're going to go in here and need some emotions. But it was really, really good, I think, because I prepped myself to go into it, asking questions and listening and really getting in touch with how I feel. And even at times where I felt like I'm just talking about myself, I'm like, does any of that make sense? Is any of that? She's like, yes, 100%, 100%. I'm like, okay. So I feel like just me putting these things into practice and, like, not questioning it, just, like, going through, just doing it and putting in whatever fears and, you know, it's just going to work kind of feelings aside has been really, really encouraging to see response when I'm being vulnerable, when I'm being real with people. I'm not pushing anything. I'm just like, hey, this has been really great for me. Let me get the word out there, and those who want it are seeking it. So it looks like I have angel wings back here.
That is awesome. And I love how you're, like, diving into GEMS and really taking advantage of that. So for everyone who doesn't know, GEMS is a personality typing thing. There's 4 kinds of personalities. We have training on it. If you just search Danny Johnson GEMS in our Google Drive or on YouTube, there's tons of it. But Danny Johnson says if you learn more about people than you do the product line, you'll be unusually successful. So learn how to deal with people. And that's exactly what Karen just did. She knew the person she was meeting with was, like, the complete opposite of her. And she showed up with that, like, how can I talk to this person? Not how I would want to be spoken to, but how she would in her personality style. So, dude, that's, like, masterful for, like, a new coach that you're able to do that.
Well, our church has done the same thing. This whole personality type takes on different names, so we've known it as colors.
Mm-hmm.
So green, gold, orange, blue. So a lot of us in my circles are kind of well versed in this personality type thing. So
Yeah.
I might have a little leg up there, but it's very helpful in marriage and everything.
Oh, heck yeah. When I found out my husband was a pearl, it all made sense because, like, he did competitions and showing for horses, and he got, like, 2nd or 3rd place, and he was so happy. And I'm like, why are you happy? You just lost. And I'm, like, a Ruby, the competitive person, and he's like, no, you did really good. And I'm like, what? No, you lost. So it's kind of fun when you actually learn those things, right? Cool. Brittany, can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. We're doing celebrations. So what can you celebrate from this past week?
Will you say it one more time?
What can you celebrate from this past week?
I officially started my Shakeology,
Yay!
which it tastes really good with kiwis, in case you guys are wondering. I'm actually, which is really surprising because normally I'm like on vending machine food all the time. Like now I'm driving because I never have time for anything. So I can meal prep like on Sundays, and then I actually have food for the whole week, and it's fantastic.
That's awesome. That is awesome. And that's something that you can totally share with people, being a busy person. Like, hey, being busy is not an excuse to eat junk, because this is what I'm doing and this is what I've gone through. So that's cool. Awesome. All right. So I want to talk to you guys all about challenge groups today. I'm going to share my screen so we can go over some stuff. All right. Who knows how to access our Google Drive? Or rather, yeah, who does not know how? Everyone knows? If you don't know, just type in the chat, because I can't see everybody now that I'm sharing the screen. All right, so I'm in our Google Drive, and we actually have a folder called Challenge Groups. Hey. So with challenge groups, I'm doing one every single month, you guys. And so there's so many different ways that you can do a challenge group. Like, honestly, the options are limitless on what you can do to help people. But the big goal is getting them in a community where we can support them with their goals. Hopefully, eventually using Beachbody products, because we know that they work. And how do we do that? So right now, what we're doing is actually promoting a free 7-day sugar detox. And so if you guys go right here to the 7-day sugar detox folder, this is everything that I use for the 7-day sugar detox. So I have right here in this document some sample posts that I've done promoting the group. And so obviously take whatever you want, put them in your own words, go live, share your story. But every day this week, one of your posts out of the 5 that you're doing on social media should be about the sugar detox and promoting. But I'm not just putting it out there on social media. I'm also sending out private invite messages to everybody and their mother. So I've literally invited like over 300 people. Everyone that I've talked to, maybe even 500, everyone that I've talked to in the past about challenge groups, I'm going back to those people that dropped off, that did not sign up. I'm saying, hey, I know like you didn't get started before, but this is kind of what we have going on right now. And so I'm inviting them right here. Someone's already working on here. Cool. So this is like sugar from my screen. Okay. So this is like everything that I'm saying to invite people. Obviously, you'll need to edit the link so it's like for Facebook link or whatever, and put it in your own words. And then the real magic happens in these groups when you show them how you're there as their coach. So it's really important that you're not just adding them to the group and hoping that the group is going to take care of them. You need to make sure that if you have background, mute yourself, please. So it's really important to make sure that you are checking in with them and you are coaching them throughout the entire journey. And so after I'm adding people to the group, I'm going into the sugar detox group, I'm tagging them, I'm showing them where the files are, but I'm also making sure that I'm emailing them. I get their email just because it's easier using email and Google Street, but you can do Facebook if you want. I prefer getting their emails. And so I'm sending this right away just to like set expectations and everything, get their before pictures, showing them where to access the meal plan now. I'm even planting seeds about Beachbody on Demand. They might sign up for it. They might not. That's fine. I'm already talking to them about personal development and the compound effect, saying do this now. Because how much does personal development change everything, right? So I'm making sure that I'm treating them like a regular challenger, even though they're just in my free group. And then every day or every other day, I'm checking back in with them. And so I'm actually going to update more personalized messages, adding value. So I'm going to tips and stuff throughout the challenge. But it's really important that you're checking in with them. And then after day 7, you need to make sure you're following up with these people. And so what did you like best about the group? How do you feel? Do you want to join our long-term support group so we can keep the momentum going? Because a lot of times when people don't join a long-term support group, they go back to their old ways. And so you need to have that belief that what we have in our challenge groups is freaking awesome and it works, right? And so don't be hesitant to ask people to stay with them. Ask them to join you. So do you want to join us in a long-term challenge group? And then this is where I'm getting them a program recommendation. So I'm asking them questions about their goals, about their fitness needs and everything. And then once they respond, I'm really taking the time to share my story and how this group is going to help them. And right now I'm connecting them with All Access, the All Access Challenge Pack. So that's pretty much everything for the 7-day sugar detox. I would really appreciate it if you guys would help me out in that group. And so comment on the post to welcome everybody. Go in there and share your story. If you want to go live one of the days and share your story and like a fitness or nutrition tip that you learned, Brittany, maybe you could talk about, meal prepping and being prepared as a busy person, right? And how that has really helped you. So whatever it is that you've learned, I don't care if you just started a week ago, you've learned something, right? Teach it. Okay? So that is the 7-day detox in 3 groups. Also in here, we have challenge resources for everything and scripts for everything and how to help your challengers get started right. So I have 21-day fix resources here, scripts, posts, and everything. And so I have posts in here that you can schedule out, but I honestly don't schedule my challenge content anymore. I post live in there. And so if you go to our challenge group, and if you're not in a challenge group right now, let me know and I can add you to ours. So I have this header, and so we have a theme every day. So we have Motivation Monday, Tasty Tuesday, Work It Wednesday, Thankful Thursday, Fun Fact Friday, Summon Up Saturday. And it's so cool how my challengers have actually brought it out of the group. And so I see them posting their Thankful Thursdays every Thursday just on their regular news feed. And so this is a great way to make sure you're getting engagement and you have something to share about and talk about in your challenge groups. So we have the daily posts and stuff if you want to use those, but it's just really important that you're in there and you're engaging with them. I also have this file, how to help your challengers get results. So after a challenger signs up, what am I doing with them? I'm sending them a new challenger email. So you can take this, you can edit it, improve upon it, make it your own. And then another thing that I do, I welcome them into the challenge group. I also send them a welcome letter. So I have my letter here if you want to use it, or change it or edit it, whatever you want to do. And I also send them packets of Shakeology and Hydrate, because you know that it can take 5 to 7 days for them to get their challenge pack. And I want to make sure like they're excited right when they place that order, right? So if you want to kind of capitalize on that excitement, get them started ASAP, especially with Bob right now. So I'm going to send them, maybe 2 or 3 packets of Shakeology if I have them. And if you have signed up your spouse account, which you should have, you can order packets of Shakeology to your spouse account, and that's going to keep them active. And it's also going to help you with Team Cycle businesses. I have done that. I schedule a one-on-one call with all of my challengers, kind of like a Getting Right call that I do. And background is well, there's like okay, Brittany, it was you. I muted you. Okay, so what I'm talking about on these one-on-one calls, what are their goals? Right? I talk about personal development. I talk about what they think they're going to struggle with so we can kind of strategize and plan ahead. And so if they're a busy person, we're going to talk about meal prep and how they need to make sure they have their workouts scheduled on their calendar. I'm talking to them again about personal development, because everyone knows, you know, if you've been in the business a little bit, even after a week, you know, personal development is so important, right? And it's not something that we should just be doing as coaches. It's something that we make sure our challengers are doing too, because mindset is everything when it comes to weight loss. And I really think that's kind of like the missing link with everything that people try. They don't have their mind right. They're focused on like, I'm going to do this, and if I mess up, I failed. So if they're reading the compound effect, they know it's the little actions every day, not like the cheat meal or whatever it is, that really add up to success. It's doing the workout and not killing yourself and doing 3 hours in the gym, right? And then set the expectations. Make sure they know, hey, if you're not checking in, I'm going to make sure like I'm coming after you. So should I come to your house? Should I call you? Should I text you? Like, how can I hold you accountable in this group? And then I schedule follow-up times with all my challengers. So at least twice a week. You could do more. Maybe every day you can send them a text like, hey, good morning. Just a reminder, get your workout in. Remind them about their goals. So write down what their goals are so you can remind them of that. And the same thing goes for coaching, you guys. When you're talking to your coach, remind your coaches about their goals. Okay? Remind them about their vision. So obviously we have a ton of resources in here, scripts and everything, for you guys to just kind of go through different free group ideas. So Janesse actually messaged me and she's like, what if we did a 7-day Shakeology group with a 30-day trial of Beachbody on demand? I was like, sweet, we can do that in March. So you guys, like, there's no hard and fast rule of how to run a challenge group. There's so many different ways that you could do it. You could do, everyone's doing P90X together, you know. You could do a mixed group. You can do one that lasts 10 days. You could do one with Shakeology. So like, honestly, there's no right or wrong. It all just comes down to supporting people and meeting them where they're at. So do I require people to buy a challenge pack to be in my long-term group? No. I like to meet people where they're at. And I understand that not everybody can afford Shakeology. Even though, honestly, I think they can. It's more like a perceived value thing. But if I add them to the group and they're seeing people post about Shakeology and the results that they're getting with it, what do you think the chances are that they're going to actually order it? As opposed to you just saying, hey, you're not getting Shakeology, you can't be in my group. I can't help you. So on our team, we help everybody, okay? And we're meeting them where they're at. So maybe that means that, okay, they didn't have the money, so they borrowed Insanity from a friend, and maybe in the future they'll get Shakeology. Okay. That's fine. Did you guys listen to Carl on the National Wake Up Call yesterday?
Yes.
I'm going to re-listen to it because it was really, really good. But
I want that book.
Huh?
I want that book now.
What was the title of the book? I totally missed it.
Bin selling?
Bin selling?
Bin selling, yeah. I was going to go on Amazon and see if I could order it.
Never even heard of that one.
I
will check it out. Anytime Carl recommends a book, I'm on it. I am on it. You guys have all seen our challenger scripts too, right? The simplified steps. Let me pull that up. Okay, so if I just go up here, simplified steps. So we tried to make this like as easy peasy as possible to understand. We have a bunch of different invitation scripts here. So if we don't have a 7-day sugar detox going on in the next 7 days, I'm inviting to a regular challenge group. So right now I'm like pushing to get everyone that I talked to the past month that said no into the free sugar detox so they get a taste of what we have to offer. But if we're not promoting the sugar detox, like we're in the middle of it, I'm promoting a regular challenge group and I'm inviting to that. So we have all the invitation scripts here. We have a bunch of different ones. And so this is pretty much what we're saying, right? So if someone says yes, they want details. I like to think of myself as the interviewer. So don't think that you're some Shakeology salesperson, challenge pack salesperson. Even wipe the term Beachbody coach off of you and just be there to help, there to listen, and interview. And so you're asking questions to connect them with the right solution for them, okay? So this is where we're listening to them and relating to them, sharing our stories with them. And a lot of times what happens, just so you have the proper expectations, you might get crickets after some of these messages. You'll send them and nobody will respond. Does that mean they don't want to hear from you again? No, I was following up with people. I forget who it was. I have quite a few people today that said, thank you so much for following up with me. I opened the message and totally forgot about it. So thank you. So feel like you're being a pest when you're sending these follow-up messages, okay? You need to follow up because most people actually won't respond right away. All right, so this one is for all access, and obviously you're gonna edit it for whatever date you want. And you can edit it so it sounds like you and based on the person that you talk to and what their goals are. So this is not just like a copy and paste kind of thing, okay? This is a template for you to follow, but you need to edit it for each individual person. The more you can personalize it based off of what they told you, the better. And so you should send a message to them and they'll be like, this is exactly what I need. How do I sign up right now? You can't just send a cookie cutter response, okay? Very, 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 very important. I used to just send videos and say like, okay, I recommend 21 Day Fix or Brazil butt lift and send the videos. Which one do you like best? How impersonal is that, right? So like I'm taking the time to listen to them and then recommend the program based off of what they told me. So if they told me they don't have time to be healthy, I'll share how Shakeology is a great option for people how our group is filled with busy people. If they say they have really bad cravings, I'll talk about Shakeology and how it helps you with the cravings and how I'm an alcoholic, right? You gotta make sure you're meeting people where they're at and showing how this is the solution for them specifically, okay? And then this is just details and pricing info. So we know $199 is a steal, right? Like for all of, like it's crazy. Some people are gonna see it and jump right on. Some people aren't gonna value it just yet, and that's okay. So the goal with the previous message is to show them why it's worth it, right? Why this is something they should invest in and why it's the perfect solution for them. Some people aren't going to see it right away. Raise your hand if you did not see the value in Shakeology and our challenge groups right away. Okay, like everybody, right? Most people don't. I thought Shakeology was expensive before I tried it. Now when people tell me it's expensive, I'm like, you're crazy. No, it's not. But I got to make sure that I'm meeting them where they're at, right? And kind of sharing my results with it and sharing, I thought it was expensive too, but this is what I found. So you're going to get crickets again a lot of times after you give this message, and that's fine. We have follow-ups here. Follow up. And I like to break it down for people. And so I thought Shakeology was expensive too, but it really comes down to $3.25 a day for breakfast, right? How worth it is that? Especially like when people are going to Starbucks every day or eating lunch on the go. And so maybe up here you're asking questions of like,
I counted the stairs.
Really?
Yeah, I counted the stairs.
You counted the stairs?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Good job. Good job. I'm almost done, okay? You gonna go dodo? Okay. All right. So like I said, if you're asking questions in the previous parts of the script about like, do you go out to eat ever? Or like, what are your eating habits like? So a lot of people are like, I have a terrible Diet Coke habit and I go to Starbucks and get a latte every morning. Well, hello, that's like where you can cut your budget, right, for Shakeology. So sometimes you might have to actually go through them with their budget and show them, hey, if you just stop going to Jamba Juice for lunch every day, this could be a replacement. And then we get their flavor of Shakeology, and then following up, we have price objections and yeah.
Why?
The fortune's in the follow-ups, dude. That's why. We have lots of different price objections and scenarios. What happens when you get no's? You can choose to sign people up as a coach right away or as a customer. It's up to you. Honestly, I'm still kind of torn on what's best. I do tend to sign up challengers more than coaches right now, and then have them upgrade when they get results and talk to them about the coaching opportunity. And then follow up. And then this is how you sign them up. So the Coach mobile app, easy peasy. Who has used the Coach mobile app before? It's so easy, you guys. So there's videos about all of that. So yeah, that's pretty much it with challenge groups. I know that was a lot. Do you guys have any questions?
I have one. I believe I haven't officially launched my business.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I posted a couple weeks ago, maybe a month or two even, about my results with, I guess after my first month or so, I did a Transformation Tuesday, and I read through the post, but I didn't officially launch my business. So I was thinking about running my first challenge group because I haven't done it yet, which with Size, which was the original Beachbody product I bought. And that's the one that really motivated me, and I lost my first 20 pounds with it. So I was thinking about launching my business with the group.
Yeah.
But I guess my question is, like, is there a specific way to do it? Or can I just say, this is the original Beachbody product I use that motivated me to lose the first 20 pounds. And, now I'm sharing my results with you guys, and join me on a challenge group or something like that.
Yeah. Did you see, I shared with you the Start Here tab on our team training site, and there's like a sample launch post there. But yeah, it's basically the Transformation Tuesday post, which, by the way, it's Tuesday. I better see your Transformation Tuesday, and you better tag me in them.
Okay.
Everybody. But yeah, it's basically the same thing with a call to action. So I'm starting my first challenge group, support group. Call it whatever you want to call it. I know that my ideal client likes support group more than challenge group.
Okay.
So think about who your audience is, who you're really speaking to, and then, launch, dude.
Yeah, I think that's what has stopped me. I realized that I don't think I officially launched my business. So people they're probably just thinking I'm just another, I don't know, salesperson. I hope that's not how they're seeing me, but because I had, like I told you before, I had many people say no to me. No, thanks, I'm not interested. Or, oh no, this is too much for me. They didn't like the whole Facebook posting, because we do a lot of posting to keep us, help each other stay accountable, but they just didn't like that. They said that's too much for them.
That's not your ideal client.
Yeah.
Friends and family are not your ideal client. They might support you in the beginning.
Yeah.
But sometimes they don't.
Yeah, they don't. Mine have not been that supportive. They actually think it's a waste of money, which I want to prove them wrong. Like, once they see me, like, getting the results and actually making a living out of it, I want them to see that it's not a waste of money. Because unfortunately, some people do see it like that. It's just I don't have the money for it right now, or I just don't see it working out.
Most people do, because they don't understand. My dad said only people who start at the top of those businesses are successful. He's like, there's no way you can be successful in that kind of business. And when he said that, Ruby and me was like, you watch me. I got you. You guys know, when I earned more than him, he calls himself Mr. Moneybags. Like, he's a Ruby through and through and loves, like, making money. I don't know. So he calls himself that. When I made more than him in a week, I was like, I didn't want to like gloat or anything or like show his face, but on the inside, like, I didn't say I made more than you, but on the inside, I was like, I made more than Mr. Moneybags. Hey, he said it wasn't possible. So you're gonna have people, especially people that are close to you, who just don't understand. And that's when you use that to fuel you to say, all right, watch me.
Yeah, like my first challenge is my cousin, and she fell in love with the program since the sugar detox. She jumped as a challenger, and she actually just told me last night that she had been doing Core the Force with her husband, and now her husband wants to jump into being a client. He wants to drink Shakeology, and he wants to submit his results with Core the Force and start a new program. So I was like, awesome. And then I told them about the whole Access pack, and they're excited about it. So there's my potential second client.
Even if, let's say, even if you never made a dime at this, which obviously you're going to make money and you're going to be successful, but even if you didn't, isn't it worth it? It
was awesome when she told me that. She was like that he's so excited because he saw her working out. Like, he tried it for the first 4 days and he's like, hell yeah, I love this. And then at first he gave up, but then he gave it another try, and then he finished the whole program. I believe she said he lost like 15, 20 pounds because, men lose weight faster than we do. Sucks, but
I know.
He lost the weight and he lost a lot of inches, so he's ready to submit his results to Core the Force and just start right away with another program.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm really excited.
So,
I was like, I need her motivation, and I asked her about becoming a coach, and she says she wants to, but she wants to try another round first. She's afraid of that it might be a little too time consuming for her.
So, okay, objections. How to overcome objections. We use feel, felt, found. I totally know how you feel. I felt the same way, but what I found is story. So I totally know how you feel. I thought this was, something that you had to put a ton of time in, and I just didn't have the time because I'm a busy mom and I'm working, yada, yada, yada. But what I found is that we actually have a training system where you can put as little as an hour a day into your business, and people are having a lot of success just with that 1 hour.
That's exactly what I told her. So she said she was going to think about it, but she does want to, though. She's just a little hesitant about the time.
That's fine. Ask for referrals. See, I know you've had such a great job in our challenge group and you've gotten awesome results. Do you have any friends or family that you could send my way? I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm going to tell her that. And like I said, she has a lot of coworkers too.
The second she has somebody, say, okay, I could totally take this person's commission, but it was the person that you sent to me. Are you sure you don't want it?
Yeah.
What other questions do we have?
Hey, I have a question about adding people to the 7-day challenge group. Yep. So I've noticed that you're adding them and saying welcome and stuff, and then attaching the link. Do we need to do that for all of the people, or can I just send them an email instead of tagging them in the group?
I'm doing both. So I'm sending them an email and tagging them. Like I said, we want to make sure they feel welcomed, that they know what's going on, and that they know that they're joining a fitness family, right? And so if they're just randomly added to some group and they're like, what do I do? Especially if they're not savvy on Facebook like most of us are, they're kind of like, what? So give them that welcome. And then, part of what I want you guys to do, make sure you're commenting on those welcome posts and making them feel good.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. So I must be blowing up that that group. Sorry, guys.
That's a good thing. That's a very, very, very good thing.
Okay.
So yeah, it takes a little bit extra time, but it lets them know that you care, right? It is worth it. What other questions do we have? Mary, you're muted, honey. I see your lips moving.
I unmuted myself. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. On Facebook, do you have to go public? Is that the best thing?
Yeah, because if you're posting something, it's harder to attract new people.
That's the only thing I haven't done. I still kept it. I guess it's a private. Is that the other option?
But you're limiting the reach of how many people you can help.
And I didn't realize that I hadn't gone public until I saw your post of what one of the posts that you did, and I looked at my profile and I realized I hadn't gone public, and I'm been mulling it over if I really want to go public. I mean, I know I should. It's just that scary part of me that says, oh, weird people are going to be looking at my posts and I don't know them and it's strangers. But that's just the introvert in me.
Get over it.
I know. I have to get over it. I have to, grow. I have to push past that.
Yeah, I had some creepy guy from Paris Snapchat me today. And so I blocked him. Thankfully it wasn't a nude. I have gotten nude snaps before, but
Ew.
just like kind of hinting it, and I was like, "Oh heck no, you are out of here."
Quick question. I'm guessing maybe I'm slow, but I'm not 100% sure if my Facebook is public. I'm trying to check the settings on my Facebook, but I can't find it.
So it's at the very top right. The little drop down at the very, very, very top right, and then you'll go to settings.
To settings. Yeah.
And you'll at the left, it'll say privacy. It's the third one down. And then right in the middle of your face, it'll say who can see my stuff. And you want to edit it so it says public.
Okay, I do have it public. Okay, good.
Yep.
That also means that, friend requests and all that stuff. I think I have that changed to everyone in public.
Yep.
So, okay, good. And then one more thing. I know last time you showed us how to check, like when we send friend request, to see who's pending.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't see that. I know I went under my friends.
I'll share screen. Okay. So I go to the friend request tab, and I scroll down to the very bottom. Okay, where it says view all.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the very top, it goes, I click on request.
Okay.
And so these are people who have not responded to me.
Okay. I know successfully I have gotten a lot of everybody that I have sent a friend request to, they have accepted it.
Okay.
So let me see. Friends. Beta Papa. Let me see.
How is the personal development going? You guys getting it done every day? Doing your workout, drinking your shake?
I do it while I'm running. I listen to Joyce Myers while when I'm running. So if I'm on the treadmill, then I'm listening to her.
I love her. Battlefield of the Mind. That's a very good book that she wrote. And she actually has a Battlefield of the Mind devotional too. Very, very, very good book. Mama Joyce. Any other questions, you guys? I just wanted to make sure you guys saw the post I did in a bigger purpose about your fitness goals for February. So I asked you to be very specific with your fitness goals because we're going to be holding you accountable. Because remember, fitness first. You can't get so excited about challenge groups and invites and all that stuff that you forget about your own fitness. You got to make sure proof the product works always comes first. Because I'm speaking from experience. I've struggled there too. So we're holding you accountable the rest of February. Comment below with your SMART goals. They need to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. So I had one of my challengers saying that she wanted to lose 15 pounds. And I was like, that's not realistic. They got to be smart. And not just be like, I want to eat healthier. It's got to be specific. So mine do yoga or walk 6 days this week, every week. Have my calories at 1,700 and not miss a day of hammer and chisel. And then my specific goal is get down to 170. All right, SMART goals. Same thing goes for your business. Those goals got to be smart. Any other questions? I hear him. Man, he steps loudly for someone that weighs like 45 pounds. It's like boom, boom, boom. What's he doing? No questions?
No.
Okay.
We're good.
All right. We can probably do another Zoom for whoever wants it, like Friday. Q&A strategy around the same time. If y'all are down for that. I'll post the link in level 2 Friday, 12 o'clock Eastern. On the dot, Devin. On the dot, maybe even 2 minutes early, just for you.
Okay.
I'll put that in my calendar, and then I'll see you guys on Friday. But in the meantime, make sure you're checking into level 2 with your vital behaviors every single day. So I showed you the sample post of what I want you to do. I think Devin was the only one that did it yesterday. So I want to see what day of what workout you did, the flavor of Shakeology, a quote from your personal development, and who you invited. So I just want to see, like, it's small, right? But I want to make sure you guys are checking in every day with those vital activities.
I think I posted it, but I posted it as its own post. I didn't try to find that thing again. And
No, post it as his own post. That's easier for me to find it. So just go in there, create a post, and put your check-in. Sorry if I missed yours. I'm trying to get all of them.
yours.
All right, so check in with that. I see you. Are you hiding, Spidey? Oh, TJ. Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to put Friday in my calendar so I don't forget, because if I don't put it down, it's not going to happen. But I'll see you guys on Friday, okay? I am done. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.